Bryce Young, who went 4 for 6 on the day with just 21 yards. You guys get in the comments, get in the chat. Let us know also what you're feeling about some of these rookie QBs as we get into it. Give me some of your takeaways again from a small sample size, or what I guess you could see out of Bryce Young's
Yeah,
NFL debut.
Bryce Young to me is, I don't know what you could really take out of it, just because that was the most minimal one out of any quarterback. Right. I mean, he had like 11 snaps, 7 dropbacks. That's nothing. Like I mean, there's that's really nothing. Right. And I think the reason the Panthers do that, and back to what you said about the new head coaches and obviously these guys getting minimal snaps, is because the Panthers know Bryce Young is going to be starting week 1. Yep. The Texans know CJ Stroud will be, and the Colts obviously now know that Anthony Richardson will be. But like you said, Will Levis, a guy who is battling for a position right now.
Right.
So that's always a thing. It's always, even Stetson Bennett, Matthew Stafford, I think, is at the ends of his time in the Rams. And I think Stetson Bennett, I wouldn't be surprised if Stetson Bennett was, the classic late round quarterback who starts and is really good and takes a starting job. Kirk Cousins. Exactly. I mean, we see it a lot. Yep. So, again, sorry, I keep straying away from the question, but again, I mean,
good, man. It's a podcast.
Bryce Young to me is, it's just kind of one of those things where like, we know how good he is. And to me, the real test will be obviously that week 1, just because I think, I don't know what, it's not the takeaways. Like we saw kind of the Bryce Young that we thought we would out of Alabama. But again, to me, the real test is that week 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, small sample size, 6 pass attempts, 4 completions, 21 yards. Everything was shotgun passes, nothing from under center. I don't know if this guy's really going to be able to play from under center, as he looks and feels like he's smaller than Kyler Murray, of course, one of the smallest players in the league. Very minimal dropbacks, 1 read and release, half-step drops. I thought the arm looked good and fluid. Mm-hmm. He stood in the pocket well, took a couple of hits. Only 1 sack taken, but he did fold up when the pressure did, start to really collapse on him. So he didn't want to give his body up per se and, try to fight out of it, because he knows he's a smaller player. And realistically, you don't want to take those risks in the preseason, of course. But I think what I'm going to want to see more is more of that play action movement, which again, we saw none from Bryce Young, and really how he handles the offense going forward. Will he be able to take those reins from Frank Reich, or not really take those reins, but implement that system well? Will he be able to deal with those play actions? Will he be able to continuously go through his progressions and go through his reads in the NFL in week 1, as he gets through these next few preseason games, which I firmly believe he can. He was the number 1 overall pick for a reason. Bryce Young was the Heisman winner for a reason, and he played a national championship game for a reason as well. Again, a small sample size, but from what we did see, it was acceptable for sure.